what we're trying to do, what we're trying to do here is actually bring you some insider content of what we're going to be reviewing, what we have reviewed, and just kind of give you an overview. And the best way to kind of follow along is you subscribe to our email, and you're going to see pretty much what we're talking about.
You can subscribe either on our Instagram link or on our website. There's a widget there, or on our Facebook. We have email subscribe. Or you should do it.
Just call me. I'll walk you through it.
Because what we're covering today is basically we have a weekly email. You really need to be. So that goes out at noon every Friday, and then we kind of will walk through everything email and probably some other stuff too, because it's just random talking.
Yeah, we're going to show you the shoes that we're running in this week that will be probably reviewed within the week or two.
Yeah.
All right.
So let's get started. Yeah. So from the drop, we had a lot of like hot shoes coming in this week. Like it's summertime, so there's like crazy shoes coming in. Hoka's got some bangers coming out, or that are out. So we did the Rincon. Yeah. I had to look that up to make sure we were saying that properly. Yeah, because it's Spanish. Rincon. Yeah, do the R. Make sure you show that R.
Yeah. Okay. So we have the Rincon here, and I actually love it. It's kind of like a lower profile Clifton. It's got a little more flex to it because there is a little bit less material up here in the front. The stack's a little lower. And the toe off in the Meta Rocker starts in a little bit of a different spot. So it comes off, you come off the toe a little bit faster. Breathability of this upper is amazing.
Jared loves them, right?
They're great. Yeah. I'm telling you, I like pull tabs. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, Jared's huge on pull tabs. Yeah. So yeah, this shoe, the review is already up. The video is already out. You may have already seen it. But I think this is definitely going to be top 5 shoe of the year when we do our year.
Do you think that going forward that it's going to be one of Hoka's like hottest shoes, or one of the best shoes in their line?
I think this is going to be the next one that people are going to bitch about when they update. They're going to be like, man, why did they change the Rincon? It was perfect. So look for that in our next review.
So speaking of messing up updates, like we know that you didn't really like the Clifton before, like the updates to that.
Yeah.
Since really the original version. So like, tell us about the Clifton 6.
Where is the Clifton 6? Is it on the
what
wall
happened to
me?
it?
It's somewhere.
Do we have it?
Nope, that's the blue shoe.
You're not going to find it.
It's like looking for Where's Waldo.
Yeah. Yeah, show me the ladies version.
Yeah, because that's nice.
It's actually prettier than my men's version. My men's version looks like it was like a fan from Michigan. And by the way, that's Megan behind the camera there, helping us out behind the scenes. So if you have any questions or want to chime in and have an answer from us, put it in the comments. Megan will read it off to us, and we'll get back to you during the
live version of the drop.
Okay, so here is the Clifton, and yeah, I was really happy with this update. It actually got lighter than the 5. I think it's better looking than the 5. It felt great. The platform is really stable. Like even, I know that you have some trouble with pronation, right?
I do. I'm an overpronator.
Yeah, I think that people who are mildly overpronators can get away with this shoe instead of moving over to the Arahi with the stability built in with that J-frame that Hoka does. But the platform's so stable, so wide. Like look at the throat. It doesn't really come in there that much. So keeps you really stable. Just enough rubber on it.
From Austin, Texas.
Who's from Austin, Texas? I know a few people out there.
They're okay people.
Yeah, they're really hot right now. How hot is it in Austin right now?
Like 115?
Yeah, but
they have
tacos and they have good barbecue.
Yeah, but can you run? Because Austin, I think, still gets humidity. So like 115 there with humidity.
Tell us if you can run in it.
Yeah,
comment.
Let us know. And if you do, try the Clifton 6.
Can melt layers off of it.
Good shoe. Check out the review. Megan and I both review it. So ladies' perspective, men's perspective. Hey, Bill. How's it going?
What's going on?
Bill and I had a misconnection. He was actually at the Chicago.
112 with the heat index.
Ooh, that's just nasty.
I want to go outside.
Yeah. Bill ran the Chicago Marathon. We tried to make it work, but the expo is so gigantic. By the time we got near each other, it was like Megan was tired. We had to go.
You spent all your money.
Yeah, money was spent. We had stuff in our arms. But yeah.
Nice.
So
if you haven't had a chance to check out the New Balance Fuel Cell Rebel video, that's up now too, where Thomas and Jamie get together and do their thing.
Yeah.
Who's Keanu Reeves?
Northern Ireland? I love it.
What's that?
Who's Keanu Reeves on here?
Oh, Keanu Reeves.
Keanu?
A6.
Which, by the way, that's coming up. Spoiler.
Did they pay you $28 for a hat?
They did.
All right. Did you get it? Did it arrive?
$20
Oh, cool.
Sweet.
I think we only have one hat left.
Did
so
we just make
I
money
may have
during
just
this?
gotten it.
Like a little thing popped up.
All right.
Okay, we'll have to see.
Sweet.
All right, hey, check this out. I'm gonna give this to Jarrett because Jarrett is a New Balance fanboy. Like, if I might be a
He
little
really
biased
is.
to some Nike stuff, I love the swoosh. This dude, total, what do they call it? Eggplants over these New Balance.
Oh my
Emoji
God.
eggplants
Dude,
when he
this
sees it.
is Nike's or New Balance.
Yeah,
Freudian
look at
slip
this.
It's
there.
like, this is my heaven.
Look at him.
There's
He's
never
so
been so
happy.
happy.
He's so
Seriously.
happy.
It's like
And-
Hanukkah come early.
Look at.
He
Okay.
had his last race.
Oh, awesome.
Make sure you tell everyone why you love New Balance.
Dude, because they make them in wide. Not this one. I mean, I have this in wide, but
Nobody will
these
know.
Wide,
Nobody will know
Yeah.
that's not the white one.
wide shoes. It's incredible. They make them. This one, 7.9 ounces in the wide, which I think most of my shoes range between 10.5 to 11.5 ounces.
Yeah, they're always
Uh,
they're.
Just choose one shoe for marathon training and eventually to use in the race. Which would it be?
Ooh.
Oh gosh.
For marathon training and the race, so it wouldn't be a Vaporfly because you're not going to use those much in your training. You might do a couple runs in them, but I have to say, I don't know. Would you go New Balance Fuel Cell, Rebel? I know you probably would.
To be honest, I don't like going a slower pace in these as much because I pronate and I notice that it gets kind of soft. But when I'm going pretty fast, I don't really notice it because I'm landing mid-foot and going right off. So I don't think I would use these for a marathon.
Half marathon?
I think
No, he's saying for training and everything. So I'm thinking, are you asking one shoe? If it was one shoe,
one shoe.
I'd go Skechers Razor.
All right.
I love that shoe. Where is it?
The Beacon is this fresh foam is great. The ground contact.
Yeah. So let's walk through. So before we get to anything else, so you got the Fresh Foam Beacon 4, right?
2.
2. Okay. I don't know. Vongo 4. That's the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One shoe, training, racing, everything. If I could only have one shoe out of all the shoes that we have, this would be it.
Out of all shoes,
Out
that's
of
it.
all the shoes, I would go Skechers.
Call the garbage
Razor
man.
3.
We're
Yeah.
We're getting rid of all of the other shoes.
Put them all out. The problem is Skechers isn't making enough of these. Like even with the hookup we have, I'm like, hey,
That's the humble brag
could you
right there.
could you send me some Razor 3s? And they're like, no.
Peter Donnelly said, "We're in the turbos today." I don't know if they can hear me, so.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah, they
they
can.
might be able to.
Okay. And love them awaiting the Zoom Fly 3. What's their thoughts on it? The Zoom Fly 3 that it is. Haha, again, shout out Northern Ireland.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. I mean, I'm excited about the Zoom Fly 3.
Yeah. Okay. First, let's like cover. I think we should like cover everything in the email and then like go to the
All right.
questions. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Because I feel like we're kind of
Jumping all over the
like I
place.
said, we don't really know what we're
Yeah,
doing.
we'll
We have
get
no idea.
back to this question.
Yeah. So like we got.
Hey, keep it to the question about the shoes we're talking about.
Yeah. Come on, people. We got time. We're here all day, right? Meg's ready to be here for 8 hours.
Yeah.
So.
8 hours. This is going to be 8 hours of live enjoyment.
So, anything else about the Beacon?
This is, I mean,
Because that's coming out. So that review's coming next week, hopefully.
Megan, you have your
next
miles
week
in
or
on the
two?
Beacon?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm writing mine now.
Okay. So very soon.
You've got yours, right?
I mean, it's the same midsole, the Fresh Foam ground contact. It's the same, 5 little blown rubber pods on the bottom,
Yeah, midsole, outsole's the same.
but the upper is completely different. Along with this is a Nike-esque.
It's a spoiler there.
Yeah, you got a little
your ankle spoiler.
I
going
call it
on
the
there,
elf.
The elf.
which
The elf on the shelf. Speaking
doesn't
of
have a
which.
pull
Well,
tab,
Buddy's my favorite.
Yeah.
but it acts as a pull tab.
Speaking of elves on the shelf,
Here's
Tom's
the-
is going up there.
Here's the old upper.
Yeah, I mean, I think that people.
I mean,
were
the story is
complaining-
this area.
Yeah,
People
definitely.
were complaining that this, I think, wasn't as
Structured
breathable
enough?
and it wasn't as structured enough. And then I've seen people complaining that they were getting some rubbing on the heel. But this, because it flares out, it's physically impossible to
Yeah.
rub on your.
I was a
Achilles.
little worried about the heel count on that because it looked kind of like rigid, but it seems pretty soft and nice.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely soft. It's not. I've had ones where I don't think I could break them at hardest.
Was
This
that an
is-
A6?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But I mean, can I go into some of the things I'm going to say? Or?
We'll cover that like when we come
Yeah.
back to review it and stuff. But that's just kind of a preview, I think.
Yeah, preview.
I do.
Are you liking it?
This outsole is fun.
Yeah.
I mean, this is 8 ounces for this wide shoe.
That's
which
pretty
is
nice.
Again, crazy. So for me, I could run in this, training, short distance, going even faster. That the 10-mile run last week, I was pushing it
This dude was
hard.
cruising.
And these,
I have to say, most improved runner in the Faster Bastards in the last
Well,
couple months.
grab the
but,
trophy.
Yeah,
right.
I'll have to make it.
Did you want to say anything else about the Rebel?
I keep going. I mean, this is my Track Tuesday workout shoe. I think this crushes it. And when I inevitably sign up for a 5K, which I'm terrified to do because they, I think, hurt more than
They are the worst.
We're doing the Dundalk Firecracker.
Yeah.
If you want to come do that, it's a 6K.
a
I think
6K.
if you do that, you have to smoke a cigarette after you finish.
Yeah.
It's like I think those are the rules in Dundalk.
Is it vaping now though, or is it?
No, they're old
They're
school.
still
It's like
tobacco?
Camel Red. I mean, Marlboro Red. Like that's the only way to go.
I think this would be good up to half marathon.
I think you go marathon. You don't think so?
It's a little
There's only one way to
firm
find
for-
out.
Yeah, right.
Run a marathon.
Yeah.
Morgantown,
Let's do it.
Morgantown, 2019.
There you
Got
go.
it.
All right. Let's roll.
Okay, going down the list. I was on gear duty this week or the last few weeks, so I actually reviewed the Coros Vertex GPS Adventure Watch.
Does anybody have any questions about the Coros?
Right here.
GPS
Yeah,
Vertex watch?
let me know if you have any questions.
Like these look hard to review. Like that review you did.
It was intense. It was. I'm not gonna lie. Gear reviews are so in depth because there's 1,000 things that you have to review about them. Even if I try to keep it simple, it's always like ridiculous.
Well, especially with watches. Like when we get
Yeah.
like a slide from Superfeet, this is gonna be easy gear to review.
That's the review right there.
Yeah,
Done.
You just got it. There's your money.
But yeah, so I love this watch. It was it's the battery life's insane, which is like their thing. Like they're like 60 hours of battery life, which sounds nuts because I think the next closest one's like 32. Like that I know.
I'd still, if I was doing a 100 miles, I'd probably have to charge it twice.
If you were doing 100 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
If I'm running for 60 hours,
if
I
you're-
want to
right.
reevaluate.
Yeah.
You will just be dead.
Yeah.
So I thought it was pretty awesome. I mean, it definitely holds up. Like I worked for 3 weeks, did like 24 hours of running, which is like 120 miles or so, and then it still had like 20% battery life left, which is nuts. But anyways, I really liked it. It's very comfortable. So that was cool. The review's up on the website, and we're gonna have a video review for that soon.
Would you say that most runners need like a Vertex, or is this a specialty watch
Yeah.
for the like hardcore?
So that's the thing. Is like I love the watch, but it's like $600, which is it's up there. And I think it is like it's for the hardcore runners because you can get the Apex, which is the version below that, for $300, and that's 32 hours of battery life, which is like
Yeah.
Pretty
You got the
solid.
Apex too. Like
I guess a Forerunner, like I guess like the 235.
Like I've got the 935. I
Yeah.
like that a lot.
235?
I mean,
but-
it's similar.
Somewhere
similar
in
to
between
the-
these?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, heart
Uh,
rate, all that.
Yeah, like if you're not wearing a heart rate monitor, like if you really want to do your heart rate, you need to wear a chest strap.
Yeah.
But like, there's no watch that's gonna get you.
So if you want to
Anyways.
check out the Vertex review, it's online now. It's up. Robbie is also doing like a detailed video.
Yeah, it should
for
be up in next week or so.
And I mean, Chorus is coming hot.
They are like the thing is like they're gunning for trail runners.
I don't even
and,
think
like,
I knew about him like a year ago.
No, they just came out of nowhere.
They're
It's
all
kind of
over
crazy.
Instagram. I'm telling you, I feel like every big like trail like ultra runner,
Yeah.
I'm just constantly seeing like Instagram stories and stuff. Where,
Yeah.
And the biggest one I know is like Camille Herron.
And like
She has her-
who's the guy who runs for Honor? What's
Cody
his name?
Reed?
No, Cody Reed. Yeah, that guy. A lot of those guys.
Yeah, a lot of
are-
them are. Well, they're getting that
Tim
product into
Thompson.
people's hands. It's exciting.
Yeah.
It's interesting. The only good news is obviously competition breeds price lowering.
Yeah.
So I would love to see like before this, the only watch I would go with is a Garmin.
Yeah.
And I feel like Garmin doesn't even go on sale that much. They usually do like a little sale right before they're going to drop a new bunch of watches.
It's kind of like the Apple Watch. It's like you're never gonna get.
Kind
it
of
on
felt
sale.
like they're holding us hostage. So now with Chorus coming out, maybe there'll be a little more competition. And I think that from seeing what you wrote about it in the review, there's definitely a reason why the price point can be set at $600.
Yeah, 'cause-
With this watch, it does I mean, oxygen deprivation at altitude.
Yeah, I didn't even go into that,
that's
which is just
insane.
more information there. One more gear thing real quick that I had was just, and this has actually been out for a while, but it's the Petzl Now Plus headlamp. We wanted to start getting into more like trail gear, trail reviewing stuff, so we hit up Petzl. They were cool, sent us the Reactic Plus and the Now Plus, which are like badass headlamps. And
another reason you wanted to do it was you were running a
I was running I had a 50-mile like night race like all night that was coming up, and I was like, I wanted to review it.
With some people that have product that we need.
But we banged out good reviews for it. It was cool.
Good.
And so actually they're going to be sending us their new Actic Core that's not out yet. I didn't even tell you that. They're sending us next week some of those, so we'll be testing those. This headlamp's like insanely bright. It's 750 lumens.
Don't do that. Don't do that to people.
Sorry.
It could have been like, you know.
We didn't put any warnings that they could go blind during our videos.
Or cause seizures.
Well, and that's the last episode of The Drop.
Yeah.
We'll see you later. But anyways, I really like this headlamp. It was like insanely bright on the trails. Battery life's good if you keep it at the lower setting for most of the time. And then, so check out that review on the site. It's pretty in-depth.
Yeah, if you're looking for a headlamp.
Yeah. And like I said, this has been out for a while, but if you've not heard of it, you should still
be signing for more nighttime races.
Because that's what I do, and then I hurt myself, and I'm not running.
I'm telling you, I have a panic attack when it's like dusk out on the trails.
Yesterday when we were in Patapsco and it started getting dark, and I was just like, I'm not getting out. I need to bring a headlamp.
You just might as well start trying to build
I started hearing banjos. It was scary.
Dude, there are some creepy times, I'm not going to lie. I think I'm most scared of like just kids like who will be hanging out.
With BB guns?
Just up to no good.
Smoking the weed.
Yeah. But so far so good. Not dead yet.
Very cool. Do we want to get into some of the gear that is upcoming?
Let's since we have Keanu Reeves live, let's do the ASICS Keanu 26. There it is.
Here it is.
MAGA.
26.
Yeah.
Right? I call it the Keanu.
The Keanu.
Diggs Diggler said, hello from Canada, how do you feel about the state of ASICS shoes right now? So.
I feel like the state of ASICS shoes sucks right now. Like, if we're being honest.
Well, apparently we are.
Yeah, we're going to be honest. It's not good. But here's a great thing. There's plenty of opportunity for improvement with their shoes.
Well, I mean, they're such a legendary company. It's like if they start putting out some awesome product, like people will convert right away.
Yeah.
My feeling is they got sleepy. They had the high school runner going into the college runner, and then that person just continued on with ASICS. That's all they knew. It's the person that bought 1 through 20 of Kayanos. They were just like, give me the next version. And I feel like they got lazy. They stayed in the same mold. They didn't update. They didn't change. Actually, one of the best shoes they had recently was the Roadhog. And I don't understand. They ruined it the second time. They did a Roadhog 2 and they ruined it. But this shoe was a beautiful, easy, simple. Yeah. Oh my God! Yeah.
Keanu Reeves would like to say his name is just punny and he hates the.
Yeah, right.
I did. I kind of got it. It was like the Matrix. But,
John Wick.
Oh, it was like
Someone else
levels.
said ASICS segment and Jamie is nowhere to be found.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Jamie is trying to MAGA, so
He is, but I also think as much as your name is tongue-in-cheek, Keanu Reeves, Jamie's MAGA is also tongue-in-cheek. It will be interesting because I do feel like this brand will come back, but
They have the ability.
They have
They've been around.
They got some money.
Forever.
Yeah.
They've
And
got the money.
So like, what'd you think of the Kayano then? Personally, because you
honestly-
love the Kayano 22. That was like your first
That's
run shoe,
all I
right?
knew. When it came to that was my
See,
first.
and you're
ride
probably
shoe.
one of those dudes that just bought the next version.
Well, no, I was the dude who bought the 22s for like 3 more times because I was like $160 shoe, especially when I wasn't running. $160 is.
Now looking back, spending $160 on Kayano, you feel foolish?
And especially how many years? Like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
God.
before shoes are out of control.
That's like the most expensive shit.
Yeah.
It lasts. This lasted a very long time. With the outsole, they just keep having these blown vibration.
Mm-hmm. And they layer it on so thick. You know why? The buyer of that shoe doesn't want to have to buy another shoe the rest of the year.
I mean, this will last. I think the person who is constantly running in them, they're going to go a long time. And I've been saying that for the last, I've done now the Nimbus 21, the 21,
Yeah.
the Cumulus, now this. The uppers have been fantastic. They like the lockdown. I think the comfort wise, they're soft. It's
See, we don't hate everything.
we don't hate everything.
No, I mean, but it just to me that shoe looks 5 years behind everybody else.
Well, and then something that I was harping on is the difference in the outsole between these two shoes is insane.
Well, because that one doesn't have gel.
Yeah, right. two places of gel. No, this one is just the ground contact, the fresh foam, and
Feels
then
good.
5 pieces of little rubber. And this is like everything that Asics has made.
TPU
they've put it in
shank,
here.
gel, the rubber.
I mean, how many technologies are in there? There's like 6 different
Yeah.
things,
There's
right?
a lot. There's
You got
definitely a lot
gel
of patents.
cushioning. You got the what foam are they using this one? The
Well,
Duramax
The Duramax, they've got the Flight Foam,
Flight Foam.
Propel
Yeah.
Light,
gel,
gel in the front and back.
TPU shank.
Maybe
The Trust Stick.
Maybe that's why they don't change them much, because the patent office has been processing all
Yeah,
the
they're like,
patents for
soon.
years and years, and they just finally
Yeah,
went
right.
through.
We'll pay those off if Jared just buys one more pair.
I will say, I mean, the heel, it's
Yeah.
incredibly comfy.
They've got comfort. They know how to build a shoe, which is the frustrating part. I think that's the frustrating part with Asics is I know the team knows how to build a shoe. I think that they need to maybe just scrap the line and start from fresh.
Yeah, I think that there's only they're 26 into these that you can't get radically different.
I mean, if you think of Nike though, Nike just scraps lines. Like the Lunar Racer was one of the best shoes, and they're just like,
There it is, up there.
yeah, let's get rid of it and start with something new. Same thing with the Elite. The Elite's pretty much dead, but they move on and they give you, you've got the Vaporfly for racing. If you don't want the Vaporfly, I mean, the Streak 6 was a badass shoe. This was one of my favorite all-time shoes.
That's a lot of people's favorite
Yeah,
shoe.
and Nike's like, this cushioning isn't the jam anymore. Even though this is great, not the jam anymore. Let's see what we can do. And they built the Vaporfly. They took a new foam, they took a new platform, threw a carbon plate in it versus the plastic plate that was in the Streak 6. Like, it really is an improvement. It's a move forward. Where I feel like Asics, it's kind of like the Pegasus of Nike.
Louise says that she likes the Roadhawk. She just wished there was more cushion. And then Keanu says the Gel Nimbus is okay for recovery in his opinion. Dynaflight is a good shoe. He likes the racers, just the Keanu's are rough.
Yeah, I think the Keanu's. I haven't worn a shoe in Asics that I loved except for the Roadhawk, and I agree it could have been a little bit softer. They could have made it a little bit lighter.
It's hard too to justify like the weight versus the price point. Like if you're,
I mean, stability shoes, a lot
I mean,
of them
that is
are
true.
going to be on the
They
higher
are gonna
end,
be on the
and this
high
is like as stability as you can get.
but
Yeah.
considering the other options out there, it's just hard.
Yeah.
I guess.
I could find, actually here's an old Nike Lunar Racer with the Lunar Lawn foam. It felt so revolutionary when I first wore it. Now it just feels like a brick, but that's what happens. At least Nike moves on.
Okay, let's do some shoes that are coming. I know we already did the Beacon. What else we got?
These are getting their maiden voyage tomorrow. This sexy, sexy shoe.
It's pretty. It's a nice
It
shoe.
is pretty.
Blue Angels.
Very
If
blue.
you wear that with the Blue Angels flight suit,
Yeah.
you're not paying for a drink all day long.
That'd be awesome. If somebody has a Blue Angels flight suit, you could send me. That would be great.
Also, can we go in a Blue Angels
But-
ride with you?
What this is, and another company that's kind of, I hope that they continue to innovate, is Adidas, because the Boost, I think, is going to get left behind with, Skechers has Hyperburst, Nike has the React and the Zoom X. There's all these different combinations of EVA foams and new style midsoles, the Fuel Cell.
So I don't think we actually said what the shoe was.
Oh, I haven't? This is the Adidas Boston 8. Adi Zero Boston 8 Boost. What's great about it, continental rubber, tons of durability and sticky tackiness that's going to be great for traction. It looks like there's more of the rubber on here, but with wider spacing, but it has a little more durability coming across the shoe here.
Do you have the 7 here?
Yeah, I do.
Where is it?
Where is the 7?
Mine's right there.
Where's yours?
Yeah, I mean, we're totally
We're gonna
prepared.
we're gonna have to start
With
organizing
with
the shoe by
Boston
brand
horse
here.
on the back.
Like right into your
Yeah.
face.
Oh.
Next to your face.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's it. Oh,
Why
that's,
didn't you say so? The Boston one.
wait, here we go.
Oh, here we go. Here's Thomas's version.
All right, here's the original version. You know, it looks like the rubber's gonna be a little more durable. It looks a little thicker, and maybe not thicker. Maybe it's just blacker. But you can see there.
Not colorblind.
A little bit of a different configuration on the rubber. I don't know if you can see that. But as far as looking more modern upper, it's just sleek. It's a
nice.
super sleek upper. I dig the way they're doing the stripe treatment on here. These are getting running tomorrow for my run. The only problem I have is they sent me a size 11 and I'm a 10 and a half. So I'm gonna complain about getting a free shoe, but I'll just run it anyway.
Really hoping that wasn't my fault.
Yeah.
The heel lock.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do.
So excited about that one. I did do some speed work, sort of. I've been kind of lazy. So I was supposed to really hit faster speeds on my Wednesday workout, and I decided to run by feel for the run. So I wore these, and man, this is cool because like we're talking about things moving forward, but this shoe is pretty much old school in the cushioning and the ground contact for the rubber. And then the upper, I mean, this kind of does remind me a lot of the Streak 6. And it might be a little bit firmer than the Streak 6, but I really dug it for fast. I'm kind of contemplating, do I want to go with a traditional race flat like this for my 4th of July race? Or do I want, I mean, a 6K, you're going to be uncomfortable no matter what. So kind of like, let's rip it and grip it. And I didn't even weigh this yet, but I think it's probably like 5 ounces or 6 ounces for a size 10 and a half. So
How do you run? How do you like? What's your strategy for a 6K? I've never run a 6K.
just run as hard as you can.
So like 5K, but just one more.
Yeah,
one more K.
It's like for me, like end of it, I'm like crying inside, thinking, please, finish line, just get here. And then you're like, your legs just feel like they're going slower and slower. But yeah, it hurts. It sucks.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Then ran in these last night. I actually ran with Jarrett, and Jarrett was kicking my ass. I was having a little trouble in the 90-degree, 100% humidity weather, keeping up with these guys in the jungle. It was a little embarrassing for me, but it also motivated me. I think I got to get back out in the trails a little more and get my trail legs. It's a cool shoe from Altra, low stack, good traction, has the Vibram traction on the bottom, and it has a stone guard, has a Velcro strap over the top to lock your foot in,
I mean,
which actually did help,
awesome.
especially since I'm not a wide foot guy, and you can see it's that Altra wide foot build.
But I feel like they've kind of like streamlined the
I
toe a
think they
little bit,
have.
or
I
at
think
least
they
maybe
have.
like
Brought
it in a little
like,
bit.
Like here, I think they're getting more narrow.
it doesn't look as clowny.
Was it an issue? It seems like a very low cut shoe.
It
Almost.
is. You know, that was a little bit of an issue. You made fun of me for wearing tiny socks.
Yeah.
And I kind of had, later on, felt like the sock was pulled down by the back. It's got a weird
There's like a
texture.
sandpaper.
Yeah, back
Isn't
to
that
the
wild?
heel. Yeah. So I should have probably worn a longer sock with it. But yeah, this is for somebody who doesn't want a lot of cushioning on the trails, who wants it fast. Maybe it doesn't feel that light, but I guess it's going to be lighter for a trail shoe.
The thing is, with that low, I would almost think that in terms of like a real technical trail, I mean the ankle rolling.
Well, I did roll my ankle last night, so. But
That was something that happened.
yeah, I think this one I would probably say this is for that dude who can actually run trails fast. And this is almost, I would say this is almost like a sprinting shoe for the trails.
Can I see it real quick? Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it does feel a little bit heavy, but
Yeah.
I mean, you got this
You
heavy
got-
duty rubber right up there.
And Vibram, yeah, Vibram.
And the Vibram always makes it a little bit
The
heavier.
rock.
Are they that big?
I mean, they're pretty substantial.
They're legit.
I think if you were, like, I'm not a super fast trail runner. I'm just like a plotter. And I feel like this shoe in the right hands for somebody who's fast and strong on the trails
Yeah.
and nimble, this shoe would be good. Me, the first tree I came to where I had to move a branch out of the way, I twisted my
There you
ankle. I looked up for a second, I swear. It was over.
Yeah, but you didn't fall, so that's all.
Yeah.
that
Well,
matters.
speaking of trail shoes, what do you got?
The Cascadia 14, which is
Dude, that's a good looking shoe.
I'm
I'm not
telling
gonna
you.
lie.
It might be the best looking
Like just
Brooks
Brooks.
ever.
Maybe Brooks in
I
general.
have complained about gray shoes a lot.
Okay, I
but
will
this
make fun
one-
of Jared for one thing. On the trails last night, it was almost like he was afraid to get him dirty. The
Dude,
stream,
I-
like I'm
that's-
tromping through the streams.
I will.
He's like, wow.
Dude, I'm
jump
with you,
over
man.
As many, I guess, all the mud that I possibly can.
Yeah.
Until I can't anymore, and then I'm like, full on. Let's just.
Look, we're city trail runners.
Yeah.
Don't judge. Don't judge. I do love like the gray colorway looks pretty awesome because usually gray colorways suck, but
Yeah, nice.
the other colorways they have are
Bang.
real nice.
I like
They
some
got
a little
good
louder.
designs. Yeah.
Well,
For
I
the
mean-
trails especially.
Last year, the 13, I had.
Like I
the
do
Halloween,
think you could
the
probably
orange
work in
black.
this.
Oh, yeah.
You could work in the service industry with that shoe.
Yeah.
Or go hiking and
Yeah.
fit in.
Yeah. You could have children and then get a pair of cargo shorts. They just don't have pockets, do they?
All cargo.
The Cascadia, again, they come in wide. That's a great option for me. The pull tab, they changed that. Before it was some weird loop.
You know, this is cool as shit. Look at this.
Oh wait.
It can lock your gator down.
Yeah,
That's kind of
it's got a little bit of Velcro. His has Velcro. Mine also has Velcro.
And it has a gator hook up front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
This shoe is
Nice.
right to go.
They've
Yeah.
thought about this.
Is it
clearly.
heavy?
It actually is like one.
Oh, that's not that bad.
It's a little over an ounce lighter than the 13.
Oh,
Well,
really?
the 13
For a
was
trail shoe, that's
overweight, but
huge.
It's not terrible. Yeah.
No, I mean I think to lose an ounce in a trail shoe that's a hell of a job.
Thin tongue. I like it.
yeah.
I like,
I mean,
I like laces too.
I think to keep it looks like Columbia.
Yeah, it does. But like retro Columbia.
A rock and
Sharp
actually
ones.
bruise the bottom of my foot.
Yeah.
And
It's
where
still-
we are, the trails are a lot more technical. We're not running on like smooth fire road stuff. So when we do our reviews with trail shoes, it's
Yeah.
pretty technical trails, rocks, single track,
Roots.
Yeah.
It's like-
stream
Leaves
crossing.
covering it.
Very rarely can you get a good like
You can't
half
cruise.
mile of running ever.
Yeah.
You always know you're
Um,
looking at your feet.
Yeah, should we go
Ooh,
with this
yeah.
one? So this is also a new Brooks shoe that's coming out. I think the Cascadia is out now, but
Yeah, it's out on the website.
yeah, but I don't think the Rebel. This is the Rebel 3, which is kind of just a neutral trainer, like comfortable, stylish. Has like this knit upper. I mean, it looks pretty cool.
Sunday concert.
Like it
or
definitely.
wine festival.
And they say that like, even in the spec sheet, they were
That's
like,
on Friday.
this is something you can wear to run or just everyday use. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good looking shoe. It was a little heavier than we thought. 'Cause I thought
yeah, I
it
thought
was
it
gonna
was
be.
going to compare to the launch.
What was it? It was.
For you, it was an 8.
I think it was like 8.5 ounces for
Which-
size 8.
Yeah, and
right?
so add
No,
two and a half
it
sizes
been like
on.
9.5 ounces.
Yeah, it might have been. So add 2.5 more size on. I'm like, that's a solid 10
Yeah.
something ounce shoe.
But whatever. I mean, it's not terrible. But yeah, I'll see. I'm interested to see what's like. I felt like just putting them on yesterday. The upper was a little warm because it's like wearing a knit sweater.
Brooks
It was warm yesterday though. So.
Yeah,
Brooks is another one that I think needs to. You know, I think they spent so much working on knit uppers. They haven't really done much with midsoles or.
Yeah.
Jake says that he loves Brooks and everyone makes fun of him because Brooks used to be a Kmart brand back in the day.
Well, how many years ago was that, Dave?
Yeah, Dave.
Diggs.
I think
Are you
they're
talking
good.
Dick's Sporting's good or we're Dick's?
No. Diggs. D-I-G-S is
Diggs.
his name.
Okay.
Oh, all right, Diggs.
All right, Dick's.
I like Brooks. Like, actually, I love the Launch 6. I love a lot of
Glycerin.
I gotta
Comfy.
say,
Comfy shoes.
as a brand for me, I associate Brooks. They're so heavy into the local running store
Yeah,
thing
for
that
sure.
I associate it with like beginner runners and
I just think Brooks,
It-
they need to
yeah.
do more colorful stuff.
Yeah.
That's where they
think
would
so?
kill it. Yeah.
Well, they do a lot of like the classic women's colors, like which is kind of annoying for women because
Pink
they can
and
never get a
trinket?
good color. Yeah,
Yeah.
pink and a trinket.
oh, guess what? It's coming out in baby blue and pink again.
I've seen some cool. I mean, they're advertising some cool special stuff that like I think you can draw on, like, and also a bunch of 4th of July stuff. So
No, some of their
Yeah.
stuff's cool. Like I
Speaking of 4th of July
got
stuff,
some
that
cool things.
Saucony came out with the Kimbara in a flag, and
Haven't seen it.
I'm like, it's like I want to like it.
yeah.
It's close, Because, like, I hated the Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, right.
And I will always hate the Dunkin' Donuts.
I think Jared and Thomas are complete
Yeah,
opposite
yeah.
ends of that
Yeah.
spectrum.
If you're looking...
Literally, any donuts doesn't have to be Dunkin'.
Yeah, when I went to the Boston
Sugar on a...
donut, they had
you can just
Munchkin
say I was
flavor.
at the Boston Donuts.
Yeah, right. Well,
You don't have to qualify.
Yeah.
You'll get there.
Yeah.
They were giving out free donut samples, and I definitely got more than one.
As you should. They're
I don't think
samples.
donuts should cost money. I mean, it's...
Especially donut holes, because that's just throwaway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You shouldn't be charging for that.
They're like, I was going to make a donut. I'm lazy.
Yeah.
Just a dot.
I'm going to make money off this. I guess
Yeah.
that's how chicken wings came to be. Too.
But you can buy them by the cup.
Yeah.
It's like-
Yeah.
Do you do that? Do you ever?
No, you get the little box.
Oh my God.
Yeah. The little box.
It's like a box that it holds a good amount.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
how many Dunkin' Donut holes does it take to start feeling bad about yourself?
A lot, definitely a lot.
Really? You can eat
Yeah.
that many? Like after the first one, I'm like, that
I
was...
feel
It's
like
like
maybe
nothing.
6.
You guys are
Is that
insane.
even a donut yet, though?
That's about right. Yeah, I guess I didn't think about it that way. Yeah, I don't
Someone
know.
said you guys should do a fueling episode all about donuts.
I'm telling
All right.
you, you can talk.
Dude, Jared
all
could host
about
that
donuts.
all day long.
All right, why don't we have a review segment
That's Julie
on
Brown.
donuts? Hi, Julie.
Hey.
Do a segment on donuts?
Can you write this off?
I think I think that if you did a segment on pizza and donuts, it'd be amazing. But it might
It's like a lot of material to cover in one episode.
I know.
No, I'm saying you could split it up. We could have eating with Jared.
Oh.
Jared.
I mean,
Eating with Jared.
there's 2 T's on the
Yeah.
top.
2 R's. He's only got like 2 vowels in it.
Yeah.
Mom.
Okay. And I went from donuts to not knowing what's going on very quickly.
Well, back to the flag shoes. Is that controversial?
What?
Running on all the flags?
No,
No, that's patriotic.
apparently you're allowed to wear a flag on anything.
Yeah, but I mean, there's people that get worked up about flags on the ground and stuff like that. And
I mean, I guess
I think that if it's designed, it's a shoe that's designed to show your enthusiasm for your country and the sport. I think it's good.
if you wrapped it, if your shoe is made out of a flag and then you ran in it,
Yeah,
there
that might be
could
bad.
be some
Or
problems.
if you were maybe doing it in a negative connotation.
you need to run in a flag shoe with jorts at your firecracker with a cigarette.
Dude, and light your firecrackers with the cigarette,
yeah.
carry them around the course with you, throwing firecrackers out to the
Pretty
fans.
much the last race.
Yeah, we
Really?
did get, yeah.
As you sh-
Megan did not like it.
I mean, I feel like
Like the
that's a good.
poppers?
Yeah. Mid race. Like after
That's
I was
awesome.
like,
Joe Dirt just hanging out at the race, throwing out,
Yeah.
screaming.
I mean, you guys are
memes.
giving Dundalk a bad rap. Actually, the neighborhood that we ran through was pretty cute.
I'm not giving Dundalk a bad rap. I think Dundalk gave himself.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I love Dundalk.
They
My
said
kid.
ASICS dropped a 4th of July DS Trainer 24 today. That looks good.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Was that the
We'll have
DS
to look it up.
24? Was
I'll
that
pull it up.
what Jamie jumped in?
That was a DS. What was the one Jamie reviewed while he was here in
That was
Baltimore?
that upper. I
Are you
liked it.
kidding? I thought it was
I
horrendous.
thought it was awesome. All I get is these black shoes or gray from them. So to see something different, I was like,
That looked like a Bill Cosby Coogee sweater.
I would have worn it.
All right.
Just saying.
Again, this is why we have Jarrett here. Because Jarrett and I have very different aesthetic.
Yeah. Give me all these. Give me like this.
You don't want that. You don't like brown.
I want the back of it.
What's the back?
I was looking it up. I wanted to make sure it was like. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
What do you think?
Oh,
I don't know how I feel about it.
you're getting a pop-up ad. Always be
Oh
first.
man, I don't know how I know how I feel about pop-up ads.
I'm not there for that.
So
one.
I don't know if you can. Can you actually see this?
You
I'm, like,
probably
on the
could.
screen.
It's all
Is there
kind of
clear?
blurry.
You-
Okay.
you-
Well, anyways, if you want to see it, it's the ASICS 4th of July
Yeah,
edition, which is
I don't know if I'm there for that one.
It's like confetti.
It
That-
kind of looks like if I took a shoe to Party City
Yeah.
and said,
Yeah.
"Can you make this American?"
well, the outsole is just like looks like a uniform that one of those I don't know, like a cheerleader would wear or something. I don't know, that's weird.
A clown,
Or a clown.
patriotic clown.
Patriotic
Clown
clown.
cheerleader.
Yeah.
Right?
I guess I don't know.
I mean,
it's
some of
weird.
the I just want like a straight up No razzle dazzle, just a straight up flag shoe. Like I
Keanu said the Convara flag colorway was almost passable. That's as far as I could go.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when it comes to like special event colorway stuff, it's almost like some of the obnoxious ones are a little better. I remember there were some sad Boston ones.
Yeah.
So
There's
that-
always some bad
that
Boston.
compared to that.
Ooh,
That's bad. That's
That's
a DC one.
Chicago.
Or Chicago, yeah.
Anyways.
That actually wasn't bad. But the Convara flag one, I just wish it wasn't like distressed.
But
flag.
also, like, for real, if you're buying a flag shoe, you can only wear it on July 4th, right?
That's true.
like,
I mean, that's like
Or
the,
they-
Memorial Day, Labor Day,
Labor Day, Veterans Day,
4th of July, Flag Day.
British emancipation. Because I would wear it just to spite them.
Oh, you
on
would?
that day.
He's an
Just kidding.
anti-Anglophile.
Wait, we have like a lot of
Yeah.
probably.
We love you, UK.
Yeah.
I'm half British, so.
Yeah, Megan is your dad.
Okay.
maybe to get out.
I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, we fight over territory all the
Julie
time.
said every day is Freedom Day.
Yes.
See, that's what
Julie.
we
knows.
live in Baltimore. This is where we beat the British. Right here. You
We
gotta rep
did
that.
like twice.
Closest point.
1812.
He lives where they were shooting the cannons from.
Yeah. And would have probably been hiding.
Yeah.
I would have gotten out
He would've been
real
a-
quick.
Like Buster Bluth with his ears hiding behind the cannon.
Yeah. Yeah. Or that cop in Florida when the school was getting shut up.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That would be Jared in the War of 1812.
Jarrett.
There's a T on there.
Yeah.
It's a
Jared.
silent T.
Jarrett.
Anyways, what else? Any more shoes coming up? Or is that it?
I mean, Meg, did you get any shoes that we're reviewing soon? Oh,
Is that the
Jared's going
the
for it.
We
bongo?
got another.
Vongo looks huge.
Vongo.
Dude,
It's the same. It's again the same midsole, same outsole, but the upper is completely different because the other one had that honeycomb 3D printed upper.
Yeah.
I thought it worked well for what it was.
what's the stack?
They got
on
rid of
this?
that whole
I feel like you
look
could
they're
have some
going
stuff on the top shelf maybe.
Yeah.
You couldn't have got before.
It's I don't
Crackers.
Think, I feel like it's not that high. It's kind of like the Fresh Foam more seemed like,
Where's that
but
hook?
your foot kind of sits in there more.
That's how you get the donuts that Allie hides from you.
I mean,
You just put those on.
that's pretty comparable to the
guess
hook.
that's
Actually, if you look at it,
It's actually
the
probably not as
midsole
much.
looks
yeah.
exactly the same, except for this one I can barely keep my hand up.
This
It's
one-
heavy.
It got heavier,
Yeah.
which is interesting.
Have you run in that one yet?
I did this morning.
What do you think?
I want to give it some more runs before I
What
decide.
Yeah,
was
let's not
your
give a
initial,
judgment yet.
initial feel?
I thought that it felt really good, except I was getting a little bit of heel slipping at first.
That happens to me in some of the New Balance full size shoes.
But I was actually more worried about the collar, the sock fit collar.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be rubbing into my ankle and stuff, but to be honest, I didn't notice it.
Okay. Is that the?
This
last
is the
version?
one I got. No, this is fresh from
this is
1080.
1080.
I got a little bit of heel lift in this one
Yeah.
from that stuff, but I mean that feels
I
similar.
think maybe it makes sense to make them heavier. That way, the
Oh.
next version you can say, "Oh, it's lighter."
Yeah.
And Meg is
yeah.
running in the latest version of the Saucony Ride
ISO.
which I think the ISO's going away. So this might be one of the last shoes with it. If you're a Saints fan.
Yeah, right. It's perfect.
Yeah, if you're in New Orleans and you want to run and like your team, pretty standard stuff. It is like a Kinvara on
Patrick
Roy.
Fellows. There you go.
Yeah, Patrick Fellows.
Free Pat.
This colorway could be for you if you got a lady foot, but maybe they'll make it in a men's version.
Well, it's weird because it's like not really gold. It's more like 90s tan.
It's like beige.
Yeah.
It's like a spray tan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Well, speaking of
like
which,
an
I
old
gotta
PC.
have an appointment.
You have a spray tan appointment?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we should probably wrap up. But does anybody have any questions, Meg? Anything that they want to talk about before we go?
I think you're answering away. Kenny, Steve, this was at 1:16, so Kenny might be gone.
Yeah, Kenny's probably gone.
But he said, I have low arch feet, so I use stability or light stability shoes. I'm currently using Hoka Arahi,
Right.
3s. Can I use the Beacon 2 or the New Balance Rebel for training/racing?
The Rebel.
The Rebel, I would say only.
You
if
want to be up
you're-
on your toes.
Yeah. So if you're like really pushing it, I don't have an issue with it. But I found, I mean, when I'm going like a more normal me pace, that's when I definitely notice
Your ankle crushing it.
because it's pretty soft.
I mean, would you even do the beacon? Like, I mean, you have stability issues.
Yeah,
I mean, does the beacon work for you for that?
it has been working. For some reason I had more issues with the one with that. I mean, I actually returned the one because it was giving me issues. These I really haven't been having.
So
issues.
weird is the upper then. The upper must fit you better because the midsole is the same.
Yeah. So I'm getting stronger.
That's true.
Do you guys still love the Vomeros as much, or have you moved on?
You know, that's a tough one. I do love the Vomero when I run in it, but the problem is that it's when you're walking in the Vomero, it's such an odd sensation. Here's what we're talking about, Vomero 14. And this was one of my favorite shoes from last year. And I take it out every once in a while, and while I still like it, you know, there's better options out there for me now.
Sunglasses. Thoughts on Gooder for running compared to premium brands like Oakley? Thinking of getting.
I feel that.
I mean,
I feel like go with Gooder.
yeah, because it's like they're what, $25, and like if you scratch them or lose them, like who cares? Like get them for running. Like if you
Use your expensive ones for when you're not running.
or race day if you want to look
but-
really good or whatever.
I mean, I have a pair of Ray-Bans and I have a pair of Gooders and some Sun Gods and even some Sifuzis or Tifosis.
Knock around.
And I love them all, but I seem to just kind of gravitate towards the Gooder for the run because I just know they're light, they don't bounce around, and if I do drop them or
forget them when you're hammered after a run.
yeah, no big deal. And then I wear my Ray-Bans like when I'm going out with Meg after the run and doing chores and.
Okay, the Beacon 2 versus the Rebel.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Can you give that consensus yet?
Yeah.
Can you have them both? Is that an
I mean, I
option?
think you kind of need them both.
Yeah, I
Like
I
they're
think
different,
that they're both-
different stuff.
If you had to
Very-
choose one though.
If I had to choose one, I'm going with the Rebel.
Okay.
It's just such a fun shoe for me,
Okay.
and I've never really run in anything that I can kind of push like that with that.
I go back and forth right now between the Hoka Carbon X and the New Balance Rebel. I really like the way both of them run for a cushioned, faster feel
Like,
shoe.
you don't mind the rocker effect of the Hoka as far as like I feel like it's almost like specified for certain types of runs, but like you like that. I don't
On
know.
the Hoka, I mean, the Hoka has the carbon plate.
And the carbon plate, but like it also has that rocker. I don't know, it messes with me.
Have you,
It's just me.
how many of the other Hokas have you run in? Maybe they're not for you.
I mean, I haven't run in Hokas that much.
Yeah, I mean,
But
because
nothing
all of
with
them are
that.
rockers, so I kind of expect
Okay.
it. Yeah, it's like you kind of like.
I hardly ever get Hokas because they usually go to someone
Yeah.
else.
Okay,
We're gonna
how
have to
many
start
miles
getting
do you guys
Robbie more.
usually get out of a pair of everyday trainers?
Oh, that's a tough question because guess what?
Because we get like
We
we
get
review so
only-
many shoes, it's hard. Like it sucks because we hardly can even use the shoes that we love
Yeah.
because we have to test out
Yeah,
the
like when we-
Asics
I don't know,
Kayano.
I think I have over 100 in the glycerin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like, but
then
we
you
never
can
would
keep
get
going.
to
Yeah.
we never get to 300 on it.
That, I mean, that
I
is
put 300 on my home.
the
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
Megan will definitely keep going back to it once, but Megan also will turn down shoes where the rest of
Yeah.
us are like, oh, give me that next one. My favorite shoes that we get usually, if I get 100 miles on a shoe, then that's like I really love that shoe, and I keep going back to it. And if I've already written reviews for the ones that we have, and I can go back and I have a free day
Yeah.
to choose one, those are the shoes that I know that I love.
Okay, last couple questions so we can wrap this up. This one's definitely for you, Jared, from Allie. Since you love the Rebel, I think you should review the Propel too. What do you think?
Just lay off the Propel.
Seriously, they're
coming.
reviewing the Propel.
It's coming.
You know, it's,
They're coming.
you know it's going to be awesome if we finally get the Propel and for some reason it doesn't fit Allie.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. But we have done a Velocity 2 review from Under Armour. It's up on the website.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Kenny was still on and was still listening.
Yes.
He said, thanks guys. By the way, the Saucony lineup for 2020 is fire. They ditched the ISOFIT for probably all their models.
Awesome.
Okay,
And
gotcha.
then Jake said, thanks for doing this. Appreciate your time. Look forward to the next one.
Cool.
Awesome.
Thanks, man.
And that's great. So this is episode 1. We will be doing this weekly for the channel. And it
sure.
will always definitely be Robbie and myself, unless we get hit by a car out running or something. And then Jarrett's just going to try to make it when he can.
In and out.
I always love to have some Jarrett in my life. So hopefully
You can fight Allie.
you'll come again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we could have Alan one time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right?
Little guest star.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll have some guest stars popping in.
Yeah. Who would you want? Who would be the next person you'd want to be a guest person?
The next person I would want. Megan.
Megan.
Megan from Believe in the
Yeah.
Ron. That would be amazing.
That would be amazing. Realistically, though.
I don't know. That's a good question. I guess I haven't thought about it.
All right. Well, until next week.
Huh.
Peace.
Bye.
I might not know.